safe, sir.
Hanukkah is the festival of lights. One day of presents, hell no, we get the 8 crazy nights.
Come dancing with me, Papa Grimbo.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is what they want, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't decide. Do I go for the Tiswell's opening? Do I go for the Christmassy opening? I want to do more Christmassy openings. I like Christmassy openings. You know, I have to tell you, I like Christmas. I do like Christmas. I kind of unashamedly do like Christmas. I think it can tell, right? I think I don't understand why people wouldn't like Christmas. I was trying to explain to my family what Panto was there. We're going to be talking about Panto a lot, right? We're going to be talking about Panto. I like Panto. Panto is awesome. There's some kind of, I mean, other than being silly, and I like silly. Man, do I love silly. I think silly is so important. And it's like so not focused on in today's world. I think silly is so important. You know why? Because at a certain point, you have to look at the absurdity of existence, right? I mean, look. We all poop. I mean, sometimes, like everybody, the Pope, you, President, everybody poops. Everybody sits on the toilet as a crap, right? I mean, just you sit there, you go, feel kind of ridiculous. But everybody poos, right? Pharaoh pretended he didn't poop. It's say bit of a leveler. That's why I like silly, because I think the world is just I don't think it's real. That's the thing. I think it's a construct made by God for us to see through, right? I understand that's weird. Okay, I get it. I'm a weird guy. Okay, but it's true. That's what I think it is, man. And like most people are not that out of a box thinker, but I think, I have to tell you, something that had a real strong impact on me at a young age, right? Right, many things, was the Star Trek episode Surely, right? When they finally got to the end of it, right? And then they found out it was a big playground. Right. And I guess it turned into a sex planet. Like the minute thereafter, they say, "Wait a minute. Okay, surely, if you don't know, they found a planet and they're wandering on it and having surely Bones is chatting up this young lady, right? And all of a sudden, a white rabbit appears, and, and it's all kind of very strange. So it turns out it's a planet where they instantly make bioengineered beings. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a warning. What's going on here? Edit. Well, I'm having trouble with my my stream. So how do I change that? Okay. So maybe okay, fine. Here, this is what I'm going to do. StreamYard, doink. Enter in, open a new window. Now I go to there you go. Oh man, I forgot to do this. I don't think I'm live on Rumble right now. 1 second. So I got to edit the server live. I wonder if it'll let me do this. Right? This is really freaky. I have no idea. Fine. Let's go to this. I'm really going to be really intrigued this works. Edit. Yeah, I didn't update this. I am a schmuck. Man. Doink. Okay, let's see if that does the trick. There's it working now. Okay, now I'm going to remove it. Remove. Fine, now I'm going to go to add. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that... Yes, we're on. Matt, I did a very basic thing, and I'm very proud of myself. I want you to know that. It's always important to feel proud of yourself. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good morning. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to build about. Oh yeah, so it is. Surely, right? Surely. And they find, and at the end, they find out they're on a planet that's made for playing. It detects what you want and makes a biomechanoid being, right, to be that thing. Right. So if you think of Alice in Wonderland, suddenly the White Rabbit will appear. So I imagine it got turned into a sex planet. The minute everybody found out, like, what? Okay. So the planet was like, we don't have enough matter to make all the sex robots that the humans want. But there's only a few hundred of them. I know. There's only a few hundred of them. But we can't produce enough sex robots for the humans, right? Because we can't meet the demand. Mainly being used by Kirk. Don't kid yourself. A bit of Ponfar action was going on there. By the way, another thing I really liked about Strange New Worlds was T'Pol. Man, she was smoking hot, and I like that whole romance. I like the Vulcan romance. See, that's the thing I like. That's like building on the original and having like a spin on it, right? I like that. Right? I don't like it when they take a piss on the original. That kind of annoys me. Anyway, so good evening, good morning. For me, it is Saturday night, baby. Bit of mustache action, right? It's Hanukkah starts tomorrow. Hanukkah, gonna light the menorah, so it starts tomorrow night. Man, I'm hoping for a miracle. I really am. See, my problem is this. I don't see miraculous things as being miracles. And I really should. Or I see things that aren't miracles as being miracles. Like, okay, here's the thing. It was Sabbath, right? I just came on Sabbath. On Sabbath, we serialize the Bible, right? It's actually better than you think. And we just started talking about Joseph this week. Joseph is a really interesting character, right? So essentially, the original plan that God had via Abraham was to have these two kids, Jacob and Esau, right? And they would be like Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, right? And they would bring the will of God to the world, right? Which is basically, hey everybody, let's be nice to each other, right? Let's not be massive dicks. But that's essentially how it was. So Esau and Jacob fell out. I think it's fair to say. Although they kind of reconcile, but they say it's going to be in the future, right? But they fell out. But essentially, it was like this. Okay, there's this weird bit in the Bible where Jacob wants to give the blessing of Han Solo to Esau, right? So which is the main one, right? It means you get all the money, everything, every commercial. Right. So he says, can you go and slaughter me a deer, right? And cook it for me so I can bless you. Right. And he wants to transfer this blessing over. So then his mother over here and goes, oh, that's a bad idea. So he goes and tells Jacob, right? And Jacob says, look, I can't go. And just you go and get something to him and tell him, because his eyesight's going, you go and tell him it's you. Right? And he said, well, I can't do that. His mother said, you know, the history of reality depends upon it, right? So Esau's a bit, not doing so well, right? I think he came clean in the end, sort of. Basically, because he was very furry, but they were identical twins, so he puts these furs on to make him feel like him. But you have this famous line in the Bible where Isaac is saying to Jacob, right? Isaac says to Jacob, the hands are like Esau, but the mouth is like Jacob. So what does that mean? Because he felt his arms. Because he was suddenly very, very, very holy as he walked in. He's like, wait a minute, you're not normally this holy. What's going on? Right, so he thought it was Jacob impersonating him. So then he felt his arms, he felt the fur, and so this is what he really meant. He said, "Well, either way, right? Either this is Esau, and he's adopted this level of holiness, which really is perfect for the future of the world, and he should get this important blessing, right? Or it is Jacob, and he's able to take on the attribute of Han Solo, right? Luke Skywalker will be able to take on the attribute of Hanso and amalgamate it into one, essentially. So that's who Joseph is, right? That's the basic. And it's not like it's a Mary Sue, right? It sounds like it should be a Mary Sue. No, right? No, because Joseph is a character that wherever he goes, he's very successful and he's very, very charming. Very like the reason people like him is he makes everybody's life better around him. He's very smart. And he's got a good head on his shoulders, right? And he's able to pick things up and work out better ways of doing things, right? That's essentially my son, right? My son has a pact with Satan. My God, he just got this job. He's going to university now. He was in the army. He was an officer in the army, right? They backed up a truckload of money into it to stay. I'm not shitting you. That actually happened. He's like, no, I want to go to university. They will pay for it. Anything. Just, I mean, really. I told him, listen, it's your life. Do what you want. But man, I've never had anybody want me that bad before. I don't know if I could resist. That's so true. So anyway, so then he had 6 months off where he went to be a diving instructor in Miami, right? Florida, in the Florida Keys. And of course, they all loved him. It's like wherever he goes, right? Wherever he goes, floats to the top. So now he started school, and he's landed himself a job as a security, right? Because he used to be an officer in the Israeli military, so he's very, very qualified for it. Basically, once he works out how to do it, he's just like checking cameras, I think. But he's going to be in charge of security, which means now he doesn't have to worry about paying rent, and they pay him, right? And he gets a place to live. He doesn't have to worry about paying rent because he gives them a place to live, and they pay him, and he's like at this great location, and he's not like a party guy, right? If he's learning like this advanced math, and he's explaining some of it to me, and I'm glad I'm smart because I can keep up, but I'm like. He was explaining it at Sabbath at a meal, and I saw everybody else's face go. So, anyways, yeah. So he did very well. Anyway, that's essentially this character Joseph, right? He gets although he's a dick to his brothers, which is why he ends up getting sold into slavery, which is a step up from being murdered. So that was this week. But the reason I'm talking about it is because. Man, people are beaten down. Here's the thing: people are, in the political world who think that's important. People are beaten down, right? People say it's being hopeless, and they're right? I think that at last people see it as being hopeless, right? If they see it at all, it's not about having the better argument, right? Anymore, it's not about success or failure. It's about how to game the system enough to get enough pieces of paper. The Republicans are actually getting better at it. There's a guy who's doing great work. But even if he's doing excellent work. I have to tell you, the reason the Republicans apparently won the House is completely because of him, right? Because it's okay. So the new strategy is this. I spoke about it this last stream. Is to get the people who don't vote to vote, right? And it's incredible. It's so clever. Right, because you just have somebody collecting your vote. Give me just sign this out. I'll do it. No, they're going to ban abortion. What, you're a racist? You're at work. They're like, yeah, everybody, right? Everybody gets thousands. It's crazy, right? So they're doing much, but like even if they're successful, and I think they could be, I don't want to live in that world, right? I want to live in a world of the best ideas winning, of success and failure mattering, right? That's the world I want to live in, right? But I mean, like, people are just despondent, right? So look, Hanukkah starts tomorrow. I'm hoping for a miracle this year, man. I am hoping for a miracle. There's something I'm looking at. I'm not going to speak about, right? I'm not going to speak about because I don't want to jinx it. But there's something I'm looking at, and I see a clear pathway to the next great Jewish holiday, which is Purim, which is in 3 months. Which we had to start thinking about today. Man, okay. My big job I came up with over Sabbath. I got to make 30 toffee apples, right? Because you do this thing on Purim called giving out a shaloch manot, which is a little food gift, right? We try and do something fun with a theme every year. one year we did a spy theme. We had a spy hat. It was really good as a hat, and it's got like a gun, that's candy gun in there, and like all this like spy stuff that was candy. And it's got to be 2 different types of food stuff, right? And there's this little thing called the Grace After Meals booklet called Bench. I don't know. Well, I always theme them. I do a different one every year. So we were working out our theme, right? And boy, that's a nightmare. Don't want to know. So hit that just to get the scene, right? It's been a heavy pajama day in the Rabbi household, right? I went to the synagogue in the morning, get on my whistle, put on the suit. I was a bit miffed, right? Because a friend of mine had completed this thing in learning and study. So he was making a kiddush. I had to go. I'm like, normally my wife goes, but I can't make her get dressed. Like, anyway, came home. I was home by 9:30. Boom, in the pajamas, right? We've had heavy pajama day, man. Heavy pajama day. Oh, awesome. Absolutely awesome. I like it. Here's the problem, though, okay? Here's the problem with the world. Pajama day's too normal, right? People are too used to pajama bloody day, right? Pajama day is too bloody normal. Like, no, make pajama day special again. That's what I'm saying. Make pajama day special again. Oh, I don't like this not special pajama day thing. I am not a fan, right? I am not a fan. Okay, I'm pulling up some eye candy. Some things to look at. What we got. Is that tomorrow? I think that's tomorrow. I can't tell. There we go. Doink. I think. We'll do those ones. That should be enough. Man, I haven't actually checked the twats, but I do know that Eve Miles arrived yesterday, just before Shabbat. Ow, bollocks. It just unhighlighted them. No, disgratia. Oh, I just did all that work for nothing. Okay, here we go. We'll do it again. I don't care. Right? Fine. Do it. Well, that too. Okay, I know we don't need that, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay. Oh, that's a good thumbnail. Millie, baby, Millie. Listen. By the time we see her on screen, I will stop perving on her so much, right? Like, as soon as I am able to have a character behind. Here's the thing: if you're Perry, you just dress like a slut. I mean, hey, look, Millie, if you're going to dress like that, I'm going to carry on perving, right? I don't think you are, right? I don't think you are. You seem like a relatively normal person. And that pasta dish you're having the other day looked excellent. Not that I'm stalking. Anyway. So we're going through different options for this Sherlock Manot. So we've got to work out how many to make. We came up like 20, so you got to pad that by about 10, so 30. So we're doing I think a circus theme. We do a bucket of popcorn. I got to make a toffee apple. Right, wrap it in cellophane. So I got to make 30 of them. Boom, put it in with the popcorn. I guess we'll get some candy floss as well. Some Coke. There you go. I'll get you all revved up, ready to go. Do we need 2 blessings? Yeah, we got both blessings. So here's my question, though. Right. Okay. So here's I finally got the point. 20 minutes in. Honestly, before we started, I was listening to one of my favorite Christmas songs of all time. Christmas is Going to the Dogs by the Eels, right? It was on the Misfits season 2 original soundtrack Spotify playlist. It's freaking excellent. Love that song, right? And I was just musing, what are we going to talk about? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I got to talk about my fruit. I haven't even got to care. All this was a run-up, okay? Okay? We're nearly there. Because I got a lot of fruit, baby. I got a lot of fruit. My wife made schnitzel this Sabbath. Very good. I like a schnitzel. But I like it with a bit of lemon. We have lots of lemons outside. So here's the problem, okay? Now, when I pick a lemon, we have a lemon tree outside. Lots of, gorgeous ripe lemons. So I want to pick a bunch of them and pickle them. But here's what you got to do, though, right? Because it's holy. Because it was grown in the holy seventh year, right? The sabbatical year. So firstly, this is just if it wasn't holy, when you pick something in the garden, you got to take in, you got to cut a bit off, and you're normally supposed to give it to a priest. But as we don't have the temple anymore, no, you just put it on side to rot, right? But then you're not allowed to like throw away any of the rind or anything. You've got to put it into a special container and just let it rot and put it on a compost heap, because you're not allowed to just throw it out because it's all holy, right? Because it was grown in that holy year, right? So we got that. So also, I would just say, I got all these apples growing as well. Maybe we'll try out the apple, we'll try out the candy, the toffee apple with my homemade apple. That might be a way to go, right? That might indeed be a way to go. I kind of like this plan. Fine, so that is my March rule. That's what we came up with over sales. But anyway, I was saying, yes, we could really use a miracle. That the miraculous holiday of Hanukkah starts tomorrow night, which is all about miracles, right? Again, I'm keeping an eye on a news situation, which could be well, listen, it doesn't matter how mind-blowing the news is. I mean, like, we got direct thing of the FBI interfering with elections, right? Like, get crazily. See, where is that thing? Hang on. Let me download this. Yeah, this is a couple minutes long, but I think this is really worth talking about. Well, listen, I'll get to the chat first. But I think this is a time. But I do want to talk about. I got a lot of stuff to go over about pantomimes. The other thing, I was trying to explain to my kids what a panto is and why they're so awesome, right? Because again, the great thing about pantos. Oh, by the way, so my lemons, by the way, I forgot to mention I think I'm going to try and either pickle them, right? That's totally the way I'm going to go. Fine. Hang on. I got to go to Twitter video downloader. Doink. We go doink. Okay, that's the address. Go over here. Downloading. Yeah, so the latest Twitter file dump was like insane. Hang on. There we go. Save video ads. Doink. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not watching that. It says it's going to take 10 hours to download. Really? It's 44 meg. That's not a great internet connection. Oh no, it's gone up to 11 hours. Okay, no need to panic, everybody. I'll just keep an eye on it. Okay, how about that? I'll keep an eye on it. See if it's 14 hours now. 19. It's a day. Really? Oh, back down to 19 hours. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, let me pull up some eye candy. Oh, I mean, it's excellent eye candy though it is. Doink. Oh, Millie, may I say, you look fantastic, my darling. You're just the perfect muse. I've been wanting to get a Millie Perry thumb for a while, and well, you know, Panto certainly does lend the way to. Now, why is Shooty dressed as a sexy elf? Why wouldn't he be? Rabbi from another round of Christmas Panto. Sexy cosplay, cross-dressing, and huge box of the Maltesers. What's some Maltesers? What's not love? Finally, something for all the fans. It really is. Toxic fandom and normal people can get behind this, right? You get all your cross-dressing stuff in that, and it's kind of sexy. I don't mind. It's weird, but it works in this situation. So thank you very much. And of course, we have Millie. Just such a great new model. Rabbi, I can try that on the Puss in Boots costume now. Here we go to the YouTube version of it. So fine. Oh man, I also want to get to the Henry Cavill thing. We missed that totally. And Doctor Who action figures. Yes, I got to do that review of it for a year. Yeah, I'm not for nothing. It's a video right there. What have come out? What have come out recently? Well, this had a wonderful postscript. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this had an absolutely wonderful postscript, didn't it? That Eve Miles comes off on Twitter and says, "Toxic fans, shut up," and they're all like, "Oh." It's so funny. It was so funny. If you missed my last stream, I did the unboxing of the season 2. Oh my, it's good. It's so good. I love this show, Doctor Who. Right? I do love Doctor Who. What else do we have to look at? This is reasonably popular. Doink. This went out yesterday. This was from a week or so ago. I went over the article going over these 3 books. Doctor Who magazine just got really good. It's so bizarre, right? It really is very, very strange. Like overnight. Speaking of which, this is tomorrow's video. The media's strange, confused hatred of David Tennant returning to Doctor Who. This doesn't mean that Jodie failed. It kind of does, though. Which is like, if I'm going to cut to the chase, that's the subtext of what's going on with everything, right? That is absolutely the subtext of what's going on with everything. Fine, let us get to the chat. Speaking of subtext. Jordan Lee is here. I have no interest in DC going forward. Well, listen, I am open to hearing what they're going to do, right? I'm much more open to hearing them listening to the fans. Wouldn't that be incredible, right? I am open to hearing what they're going to do. It seems a very silly idea. It's very hard to judge without knowing what they are planning on doing. It seems a very silly idea. It seems like, wow, what an incredible asset that's eager to play the role of Superman, like that people genuinely like, who's a success in the role. And you're like, yeah, fuck off. Like, no. It seems like a silly idea. I don't understand it. They want to play a different character, they're saying, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I have to hear what they're planning, right? I do have to hear what they're planning. Who are pioneering a new business model? I'm going to say, believe we have crowdfunded movies and TV series in future only because independent comic creators worked out the business. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I really do. I've long since suggested that Big Finish should really crowdfund a reconstruction of Marco Polo with David Bradley playing the Doctor, like they did the Missions Unknown, right? The only way you can see it is if you back it, right, and then they don't sell it; they gift it to the BBC to put in their box set. Then BBC has a very neat season 1 box set to get to be able to market, right? It's certainly seems to be like everybody wins, and then move on to Dalek Master Plan, right? Wouldn't that be incredible? Oh, yes. Wouldn't you love to see that? I would love to see that. Matt the Silent points out Eastland's timing wasn't the best. I worked it out, mate. Petey Rich is here. Petey Rich, we haven't. It's always an honor to see you. I know your time is much more at a premium, but it's always a glow, a warm splattering of pleasure across my chest. I think it's a best way of describing it. Yes, I think that's the best way of describing it. I am planning, by the way, programming note. I'm doing a Christmas Eve show, basically this show, Christmas Eve. Going over Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who specials that never happened. So I got that going on. And then on Christmas Day, I think I'm going to do a hangout show. I'm going to have a bunch of guests come on. We're going to talk about special Doctor Who Christmas memories, what they love, things like that. I think we've got Christmassy memories, that sort of thing, right? Well, I think, and we just have a bunch of guests on, and we'll just rotate and talk about stuff and drink, right? There will be lots of drinking. I will have my Christmas pudding ready. Yes, I will probably make eggnog for the occasion. Okay? I will make eggnog and I'll make it very alcoholic, right? And we will drink together. How about that for a plan, right? That'll be Christmas Day, about 5 o'clock, right? After the turkey with the Rabbi, right? That's what we're going to call it. After the turkey with the Rabbi. I, of course, have my turkey on Friday night because... although I do, I always like that. What's that Sherlock Holmes one, the Blue Carbuncle, where they say they basically have people have their Christmas dinner different times, right? Because the whole strange business with the goose. Anyway, she cried. Gal Karamazov is here. My whole arm, wrist, bicep, tricep. Dude, you'll go blind, mate. Just mauled they by 4 dogs at work. Dude, may I recommend temping? What the hell? Right? I mean, that's strange. Okay, that would be I would go to HR at that point. What? Yeah, dude, that's weird. That's weird. I don't know what your job is, though. I mean, I don't know. You might be like rabid dog trainer. I don't know. Yeah, that game's fair too. It's like, do you remember? Oh God, one of the many Trump outrages. Well, it was the when some woman won a Miss Universe pageant, and then she put on like 30 pounds or something. I think he's like, what? No, you won a beauty contest. Now you're a fat pig. And he was actually nice about it, right? And this was during the campaign. They're like, oh, how dare. He's like, yeah, she won a beauty contest and she made it and she got fat. That's an issue, right? I think that really does show the difference between Trump voters and pro and anti-Trump voters. Like, yeah, kinda. Right, absolutely kinda. That was one of the first what was it, October surprises. Dun, dun, dun. It's amazing how they hide the ones they don't like. Again, the media now is just like there's just no pretense of how awful they are. It's really bizarre. Let me just turn the heat off. Okay, fine. Matt the Silence here. How you doing? Oh yes, you got mauled by dogs. I'm sorry, man. So my typing, it has to be worse. Well, okay. Well, you I think we'll give you a pass on that one, mate. Catherine McPhee is here. How you doing, Catherine McPhee? I was going to call her Catherine McPhee. I don't know why. It just felt right tonight. Maybe I was channeling your Nev McIntosh, Lady Vastra avatar. That could be. Darren M is here. Still rocking the Max Hedron. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here with the perfect Lord Shady Jekyll. For Jonathan Cox, how you doing, Jonathan Cox? Mark the Vicar is here. Panto is behind me. Oh, I love Panto. Man, I love Panto. Panto is best. Hate this thumbnail. How can you hate this thumbnail? What's wrong with you? I mean, okay, even if you're gay, right? I shoot you on without a shirt on for if you're gay. Bloody hell, I think I've got everybody covered, right? Blondes, brunettes, and gay. Yeah, everybody, right? If there's nothing on this smorgasbord, right, that's not for you. This is the best I can do, right? This is the best I can do for you. I think this is very, honestly, I really try to accommodate everybody. Mainly me. Again, it's a really weird thing that they keep trying to portray little boy looking women as being sexy. No, they're not. So, dude, I don't know what you don't like about it. Matthew J, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Matthew Burrows, hello, how are you? You're sick in bed, Catherine. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, as we say in Judaism, refuah shlema, may you have a complete recovery. You have the flu. Look, I don't want to freak you out. You might have COVID. That's basically what COVID is. All right. It's actually a little bit easier than the flu. COVID was horrible, though. Oh, it's just a thing in the world now, right? Do you think, honestly, we are clearly in this thing called the Great Reset. It's bizarre how people just don't realize, so they're just moving it slow enough. But the goal is to be finished with it by 2030, which means I don't even know what type of life they got planned for us. But again, listen, the holiday of Hanukkah is coming, where miracles happen. We could all use a miracle. Everybody's out of energy, right? Everybody's despondent. Everybody thinks there's no hope. That's the time a miracle can happen. Right. Also, when people think there's hope too. Sorry. Where are we up to? So yeah, I'm very sorry to hear that. I hope you're better soon. Yeah, Queen died this year. That was a rough one. Not really feeling. I still got to finish The Crown. I've got 2 more episodes to go with that, and I can finally review it. Oh my God, I started watching Pinocchio. It's a bit weird, okay? It's a bit weird. This is the one on Netflix by Guillermo del Toro. Apparently got Dave Bradley and what's his name? Obi-Wan Kenobi, the alive one. Ewan McGregor doing the voices. So Dave Bradley does the voice of Geppetto, who's like, has this kid, and he's very old. He has a kid, and it's just him and the kid, and it's the happiest ever. I love you, kid. And he said, and he starts saying like, this was years ago when he had a child that died, right? So then you flash back, and you think it's going to be a minute or two seeing the kid. No, it's about 10, 20 minutes of like, oh, my son. And he's singing to him how much he loves him, and they're building. Oh, God. I'm like, dude, you are laying it on a little bit thick, right? This is a little bit, I don't know, man boy lovish. Like, where's the mother? What's going on? Right? It was a bit weird. Look beautiful. Dr. Alex is here. Greetings, Merry Christmas, Tzvi Lebetkin. And an amazing coincidence, I have Alice in Wonderland today. Oh, very nice. Can't promise sex robots. Well, is it really Alice in Wonderland? Is that the version I'm looking for? I don't know. Listen, I imagine my version of Alice in Wonderland, the floor is probably very, very either slippery or sticky. One of the two. It says Rumble is rumbling along live. Yeah, got Rumble working. Yeah, a reasonable amount of people watching. If you're Rumble, can you comment? Because I'm trying to get more of a feeling of how many people are there. For Farm Boy, for Freeman, for Wozniak, I have no idea what any of that means, Matt the Silent, but I do like the very colourful little dots you put in the chat. Right, I have no idea what they mean. I don't know if I just signaled the Russians. What the hell was that? I remember being surprised that Titles in Blue when we got a colour TV. Wow. My earliest memory of Doctor Who was in colour. I must be a touch younger, right? Although we were early adopters. No, I don't think I ever remember having a black and white TV except like in the kitchen. Elder Son, that's the one. Hang on. Communicators are coming in. Who's contracting me? It's apparently there's going to be a reveal of Shooty's costume in less than an hour at 6:30. Listen, that's the scuttlebutt, right? 6:30, about an hour from now. There's going to be a release of Shooter's costume. Let me check out the twit twats. Hang on. We'll do a hashtag Doctor Who. See what people is chatting about. Doctor Who. The latest. We'll go for that then. Just having a quick look. No one. What? All these tweets are from 2016. Oh, because I'm spelling it wrong. Maybe let me spell it like this time correctly. That's a much better idea. Oh, there you go. Much better idea. Fine. So now we'll go for latest. Somebody sent a picture of literally giving away Jodie Doctor Who action figures, right? Because they can't do anything with them. Okay, I don't see anything in the twit twats talking about it, but I just got an announcement. What's it called again? A rumor that Shooter's costume is going to be revealed within the hour, right? Within the hour. Woohoo! Well, that is exciting. I do hope that happens, right? I do hope that happens. Elder Son, fine. I was talking about him. Booking question is Doctor Who is the higher science. Oh, I love the high science. That's awesome. They actually made that into a big finish as well, right? Yeah, high science is really excellent. I love the one. Of course, if you listen to when the Virgin book range, I would say, what's the one again? All Consuming Fire is with Sherlock Holmes, and Rusty Davis one, Damaged Goods. Both very Christmassy, right? Very, very, very Christmassy. we go. I'm whizzing through the chat. See if everybody else say hello too. I'm actually catching up. I'm doing. Actually, no, I'm not. I thought, oh look, I'm nearly there. No, I'm still 25 minutes behind. Okay, no problem. Oh, comics, how you doing, Lonnie? Gotta love a Rabbi ramble. Well, I have a lot of those going, baby. I have a lot of those going. I'm actually quite good at that. Yes, Dr. Agnes read the first half of the story, edited and returned it. I wanted to really get it done by Christmas. That's my goal. Revenge of the Jody virus. No, that will never happen. Leave me alone. Bacon wrapped shrimp is awesome. Oh, yeah, no, I have an erection. Yeah, it works. It still works. Okay, yeah. 1 second. Bacon wrapped shrimp. Yeah, that works. Also, I think chocolate for some reason to offset that saltiness. Oh, that sounds awesome. Rabbi in space. Yeah, that should be. Do you remember that the sitcom with Molly Sugden when she was in space? Come home. What's the name of that thing? That was awesome. That was awful, but kind of fun at the same time. 1 second. Let's have a look. I want to look that up. Molly Sugden. Fine. So I'm going to look up her filmography. Best known, of course, for Mrs. Slocum. Grace and Favor. No, it's before that. Cluedo. Tickle on the Tub. I don't remember that at all. That's what I was doing. Come back, Mrs. Noah. That's it. Come back, Mrs. Noah. Who did? Somebody famous, I think, did that. I can't remember. Somebody went on to be famous. Come back, Mrs. Noah. It was truly awful. Molly Sugden was somehow caught in space by Jeremy Lloyd and David Croft. Right, this was from 77, 78. So this was in the Star Wars boom. Had Molly Sugden in Lavender, Donald Hewitt, Michael Knows, Gordon Kay. I don't remember. In the 2050, housewife. British housewife Gertrude Noah wins a cookery competition and is awarded a sort of Britannia 7, the UK's new space exploration vehicle. The craft is accidentally blasted off into space with the crew of only Mrs. Noah, proton physicist Carstairs, neutron scientist physicist Fanshawe, and light bulb changer Garsang, and BBC reporter Clive Cunliffe. That's in Lavender. The series centers around the effort to bring them back to Earth. The program Far and Wide, the parody of Nationwide, features frequent updates regarding read by Gordon Kay. Okay, these reports present reality in which Britain is the most successful nation on Earth, providing aid to Germany and the United States. Well, there you go. There you go. What can, just imagine. I'm just so I jumped so many things the last moment, not your best. Well, have a seat, and maybe. Listen. If you're holding your bong, sit down. That's what I would suggest. Look after yourself, right? Look after yourself. DC is here. How you doing? Yeah, honestly, I mean, how many injuries are caused by people being high? Quite a lot. The bar is set low. Truly inspirational. I don't think anyone could write worse than Chibnall. Okay, should we do Panto first, or should we do this Trump first? I can't decide. One sec. I'll start the Trump, and people says no. We'll stop. So here, they put this thing out yesterday at the same time as doing these weird NFT creepy things. But then he puts out this digital bill of rights, right? And this is one of the best policy things I've ever heard.
If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one.
I mean, like, I don't understand how the liberals would argue against this now because of Elon Musk, right? Man, are they freaking out. They're freaking out like crazy, right? Oh, it was really quite funny.
Go down. That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the...
Will it be huge, Donald? Will it be huge? Oh, it's better. It's going to be huge.
Right to free speech for all Americans. And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken it away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and...
I mean, if you don't know, this was all going on with the Twitter dump. Okay, but get to what you're doing, okay? It's taking too long.
Money from being used to label
Here we go.
agency from collusion and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. And here's my plan.
All right,
First, within hours of my inauguration,
I think I see the first floor, okay? I think I see the first floor on the plan, mate, okay? Honestly, without there being a miracle, there's no way you're winning anything, okay? It's not happening, right? Unless there's a miracle. I hope there is. I hope there is. Look, God did it for you before, right? But, okay, fine, within hours, okay? Seamless timeline.
I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens.
Bigly.
I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis- or disinformation. And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat.
That's the big thing. That's why he's being fucked over 9 ways to Sunday, right? That's who he's fighting. The feds. They seem to be very much involved with everybody else. So if he fights the feds, he's also fighting, social media, big tech, media, everybody, right? I mean, like the feds they're embedded everywhere. They're in total control.
Who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to...
I don't know what they cut there, but I'm intrigued.
...investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime.
Okay, so there's another thing. I mean, like, I love this idea, right? There's no sane person who should be against this, right? But the FBI, they're all going to go to jail if he does. That's basically what he's saying. The CIA and the FBI are all going to go to jail. I just don't see it going down, right? Unless there's a miracle. And again, honestly, I want to tell you what the pathway I see this actually happening, right? And it's like, here's the thing. I see, I don't see something having a 1 in a million chance as the reason it wouldn't happen. I think either God lets it happen or it doesn't, right? And it really is. It's I think it's I think there's actually a way, but again, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to put it in the ether, right? Because then it won't happen.
Which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified. These include possible violations of federal civil rights law.
Possible. I mean, probable. When I say possible, I mean actual, definite, repeated, and we have the receipts.
Campaign finance laws, federal election law, securities law, and antitrust laws, the Hatch Act, and a host of other potential criminal, civil, regulatory, and constitutional offenses.
I like. He's basically saying, you're all going to go. You're all fired and going to jail, right? I like. This is all-out war. Which is why I back Trump as the Republican nominee. Do I think DeSantis is more talented, more personable, better? Yes, in every way. Does he have a better temperament? Is he? He's better in every way. Absolutely better. I mean, look. Okay, DeSantis never looks like this. DeSantis looks better. He's younger. I still think Trump's the guy. All right? I still think Trump's the guy. And I completely hear you. DeSantis is the better candidate.
To assist in these efforts, I am urging House Republicans to immediately send preservation letters.
Okay, so there, I think I see your second floor you're playing there. You're relying on House Republicans. Really? Really? That's like, why not ask the House Democrats too? You'll be as successful.
We have to do this right now. To the Biden administration, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy evidence of censorship. Third, upon my inauguration as president, I will ask Congress to send a bill to my desk revising Section 230.
Oh, yes. Yeah, this is the one they're all scouting. Ken, you should. I wish I could go back in time and tell you what they were going to do. You should have done this day one the first time round. Shock and awe. That's how you went in thinking you won and you didn't. Right? That was Trump's big mistake, right? He went into government thinking he won. No, he just got in. He didn't win. Right? He should have gone in thinking he was at war. If he went in like this, it would have and they just confounded them. But sadly not.
You get big online platforms out of censorship business. From now on, digital platforms should only qualify for immunity protection under Section 230 if they meet high standards of neutrality, transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination. We should require these platforms.
Oh, I like high standards, right? And that basically saying you've got to publish a code, right? It's got to be open source.
To increase their efforts to take down unlawful content such as child exploitation and promoting terrorism.
Okay, this is the weird thing, right? And this is the thing that vanishes from the ether. As soon as we find out what else they're doing other than censoring people they didn't like, it's always about kiddie porn. Like, what the hell? There's so much kiddie porn going on with these weirdo leftists. And I can look, Matt Aside, I'm not saying you, okay, obviously, but like, they're all like, there's every Democrat policy results in a greater supply of kids to shtup, right? And it just does. Immigration policy. Oh yeah, we have open borders and we traffic children. Across state lines for whom we don't know. That actually happens, right? So that's immigration policy. Education policy. Yeah, I mean, like, what we have teachers showing children sex toys and talking about how to use them, how to insert them. Project Veritas did an expose, and then when they did expose, instead of denying it, the school said yes. They didn't know that's not appropriate, right? Yeah, education policy, right? So the economic policy. Poor people do desperate things. Right, everything is just directed to having a greater supply of kids to shtup. It's the weirdest thing, right? And that's what you always find them doing. That's why they're like, there was nothing in Trust and Safety on Twitter about child exploitation, and they're so into that, right? Can't trust any politician. I do agree with Soda Engines. That's why I kind of like Trump.
Dramatically curtailing their power.
By the way, my just so you know, my only my advice for England is this, right? The only hope of England is you need I've said this before, but I'll say it again. You need a three who rule as one, as in the UK, to put it back together. Who are those three? It would be Johnny Lydon, of course, the voice of the working classes. Alan Moore, a mad magician, working class anarchist, and to keep everybody kind of in line, Nigel Farage, right? Those three together recreate Britain, right? They're the three to do it together.
To arbitrarily restrict lawful speech. Fourth, we need to break up the entire toxic censorship industry that has arisen under the false guise of tackling so-called mis and disinformation. The federal.
Hey, by the way, Israel is indeed based on a miracle. It's not about waking the middle class up, right? It's not about that anymore. Again, it's about ballot harvesting. Who can harvest the most ballots? That's all it's about. And that it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. The candidate doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Controlling the narrative matters. Controlling the public perception matters, which is why I think the Democrats might be in real trouble, right? I'm reading V for Vendetta again, and there's this bit at the end, towards the end, where V blows up a couple of buildings, and like, we got to put something out to the public, and like, what are you going to say? Another scheduled demolition? No, the only people who would believe the bullshit are people who desperately believe the bullshit, right? Desperately believe the bullshit.
The federal government should immediately stop funding all nonprofits and academic programs that support this authoritarian project. If any U.S. university is discovered to have engaged in censorship activities or election interferences in the past, such as flagging social media content for removal of blacklisting, those universities should lose federal research dollars and federal student loan support.
Again, this is basically, I am making an enemy of everybody who has power. Right? It's like, really? I would love this to happen. This will be incredible, right? This is a killing blow to the establishment. They're all going to jail, right? But that's why I don't see it happening. I'm more than likely he would use this as a leverage to bargain with. But again, if he came in doing this on day one with nobody realizing, oh man, what a different world it would be, right? What an absolutely different world it would be. Wouldn't be, again, I would love to go back in time and have a secret meeting with him before just before he's inaugurated and go through all the dirty tricks they're going to do. Right? Wouldn't that be incredible? And then say, look, this is where you need to start, okay? Fire everybody. Get rid of the FBI. They're bad.
For a period of 5 years and maybe more, we should also enact...
Right, another thing. The guy, James Baker, the guy who was censoring the first batch of Twitter dump, was just fired from the FBI because he led the witch hunts against Trump with the Russian collusion narrative.
New laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around the Constitution and deprive Americans of their First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. In other words, deprive them of their vote. And once you lose those elections, and once you lose your borders like we have, you no longer have a country.
I mean, I don't know. Part of me wants to think he has a plan. Why would I think that? Why would I think? I mean, I don't think he's stupid, right? But I don't know. I hope you have a plan because I'm so with this, right? But again, you're telling everybody in charge they're not only losing power, they're losing everything, right? I'm glad someone's with you. We'll have to see what happens.
Furthermore, to confront the problems of major platforms being infiltrated by legions of former deep staters and intelligence officials, there should be a 7-year cooling-off period before any employee of the FBI, CIA, NSA, DNI, DHS, or DOD is allowed to take a job at a company possessing vast quantities of U.S. user data.
Percy. Yes, user data. User data. I agree with you, but again.
Fifth, the time has finally come for Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. This should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online...
I mean, they have to keep this away from the liberals because there's no way they can answer any of this, right? I don't know. Here's the thing. Liberals don't know they can't answer any questions. They think it's the weirdest thing because that's why they don't let you ask them any questions.
Platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use. They should have...
I know. That's the other thing. Oh, no, we didn't shadow ban you. We escalated you to non-intervention. What's that?
The right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific explanation of the reason why, and the right to a timely appeal. In addition, all users over the age of 18 should have the right to opt out of content moderation and curation entirely.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't want to hear it. Just give me the stream. I'll work it out for myself.
And receive an unmanipulated stream of information.
I mean, honestly, they should let you control it yourself, right? You can go like on each post, say, no, I don't want to see this guy's post anymore, right? But basically, yeah.
If they so choose. The fight for free speech is a matter of victory or death for America and for the survival of Western civilization itself. When I am president, there's...
I do agree with you, but dude, how are you going to be? What are you planning? Are you going to get them all in the Sept of Baelor, then light the wildfire? That's your best plan, okay? Get all these people in the Sept of Baelor, for your trial. Say, okay, here's the thing, okay? Yeah, you say, okay, I'll turn myself in for the insurrection, okay? I'll be in the Sept of Baelor at noon on Wednesday, right? But you've all got to be there, right? They all turn up at noon. Then you light the wildfire. That's your best hope of becoming president. And even then, I think you're stodgy.
This whole rotten system of censorship and information control will be ripped out of the system at large. There won't be anything left. By restoring free speech, we'll begin to reclaim our democracy and save our nation. Thank you, and God bless America.
Honestly, again, I don't know how any sane person could possibly be against any of that, right? They'll say, because it'll be used, no, it'll just be used the way you don't like, right? All society has to do is secretly copy Trump's policies, and the Dems will be screwed. Yeah, I agree with you. I look, DeSantis is very smart. I want to be absolutely clear. He's the better candidate, okay? I still think only Trump has a chance, right? And I don't think he has a chance. With that miracle, Hanukkah starts tomorrow, baby. But you know what comes with Hanukkah? You know what comes with Hanukkah? Panto! Okay, let's move on to Panto. 1 second, share screen. So this, I thought we'll go from this one, from Doctor Who magazine. Okay, this is how long ago it was. I had hope that it was actually going. This was just before Spyfall aired, right? And I had go check my channel with them. I was open to the idea of there being of it being good, of them turning things around, right? So Panto, if you don't know, is a awesome tradition, right? It's a very silly thing. It's like normally a fairy story of some sort. Cinderella, Puss in Boots, Dick Whittington, but it's full of it's got like minor celebrities from the telly on it. It's full of silly songs you're supposed to sing along with, and lots of interaction. But there's also this really weird, good intimacy, right? Especially with some a talented performer. I remember once I was at a panto when Derek Griffiths was the villain, right? And they have this like rapport with the audience, and it's wonderful. Well, firstly, you have the interacting thing, where somebody goes, oh, yes, it is. And all the audience go, oh, no, it isn't. I love all that. And I realized this really must be the last of the great tradition of British theatre, of vaudeville, right? It really must be the absolute last of it. Like the musical. And it's so really works. And I think it's a lot of fun. So Doctor Who has a huge tradition with this, of course, because they're the sort of micro celebrities that were in Panto, right? If you really want to see what Panto's like in your American, go and watch Extras, the first series. And one episode is with Dustin G, I think, or Les Dennis in Panto. And you see quite how grim it is, right? But they're also they're a lot of fun, right? They're a lot of fun. So John Nathan Turner loved doing Panto. He always brought this Doctor Who people into Panto. His husband, wife, partner, I guess, Gary Downey was the choreographer. This is just part of his, what he did, and honestly, I think he's so designed to make pantos, right? On Christmas Eve, we're going to talk about, I think it's Simon Curry again, who gives it a fictional Christmas episode produced by John Nathan Turner, and it really does lean into Panto. Okay. Hello, boys and girls. Did you know the stars of Doctor Who appeared in pantomime back in the 80s? Oh, yes, they did. Yes, they did. It was awesome. Right? It was awesome. On Saturday, 5th of January, 1985, I was in the audience for the matinee. Oh, there were matinees. There were afternoon ones. There were matinee performance of Cinderella at the Government Theatre in Southampton. Again, I love these very small local theatres. It was billed as a Doctor Who pantomime. Colin Baker arrival on stage was met with a huge cheer. He was playing buttons. I think I saw this one. And threw chocolate buttons and eggs at the audience. Again, yeah, there's this weird interaction with them. I remember the hilarious mistake when Anthony Ainley playing Baron Hardup here, better known as the Master on TV, referred to buttons as Doctor. After that, bad traffic on the way home meant I missed part 1 of Attack of the Cybermen. Oh, again, look, very, very good Perry in that, but I don't know, just not as good as Vengeance of Varys Perry. It was an emotional day. This Cinderella was written and directed by Doctor Who's John Nathan Turner, and had a long interest in pantomime, according to Richard Marsden's 2013 biography, which is freaking excellent, right? The Life and Scandalous Times of John Nathan Turner. It's such a recommend. Richard Marsden is just a good author in general. He's very, 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 very thorough. Let's see what else he's done. He's very, very thorough. All right, very, very solid writer. It's kind of got that Andrew Pixley kind of thing. I think he worked for Blue Peter at one point. Is it English right? Fine. Marsden's directed documentaries on children's TV on Tar, Upstairs, Downstairs, Remembered. I didn't know it in this. Fine. Is he dead? Later career? See his biography of the last classic of John Nathan JNT, The Life and Scandal of John Nathan Turner, was published in 2013. The work details John Nathan Turner, his difficulties with BBC superiors, and his alleged inappropriate behavior. Was followed a 2015 biography of the first producer of Verity Lambert. Yes, yeah. But yeah, so it's excellent. I've read the bottom line. It's really, really, really very good. To Richard Marsden, young John was taken to Panto every Boxing Day at a school put on his own Cinder's Fella. Yes, okay. His first full-time job in theatre was on production of Puss in Boots starring Des O'Connor. While working, I guess that's where he fell in love with it, right? It must be where he fell in love with it. His first Puss in Boots. While working on BBC drama The Pallisers, John also wrote and directed the version of Cinderella for charity. A single performance took place at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane in 1973, starring Judi Dench, Richard Briers, Penelope Wilder, and with a cameo of Peter O'Toole, apparently loitered in the canteen of the BBC rehearsal room to control stars into joining. That's so John Nathan Turner. See, I love John Nathan Turner. There's a picture of him over there. So normally, Normally, when John Nathan Turner's in picture, he always puts his finger on someone because then you can't edit him out. See, such a hack. I love him. Yeah, the idea for pantomime apparently came from a Lovett Bickford, director of 1980 Leisure Hive. I had children, he told Marsden, and they were very keen they should see good theatre. Yeah, again, that's the other thing. Pantomime is good theatre. That's really worth pointing out. It really is good theatre. John loved pantomimes. He always dreamed of putting on his own. And Peter Davison in 2016 on Rugby, is there any life outside the box? We were effectively a willing and captive cast, and we comprised of two Doctor Who actors, Davison and Ainley, with Davison then's wife Sandra Dickinson as Fairy Misriel. Okay. Who's that? Jodie Wilson. I don't know who she is, but nice pair of legs. Pumpkin coach. We have that's Peter Davison, Sandra Dickinson. Is it Sandra? Yeah, Dickinson. Okay. This must be from the playbook. Left John Nathan Juice. Yeah, who was that weird? I don't know. Joda's mum, Dora Whitman, appeared in Logopolis. Oh, that's Jodie Wilson. Who must be in the Cinderella. Right, Peter Davison lights and Tim open the lights. Where was it? And Tim, where was he? Peter Davison turns on crystal lights in Tunbridge Wells. Again, I loved all those things. But other cast members had connections to the series. Jodie Wilson, for example, playing Cinderella, was the daughter of Dora Whitman and Tegan's. Okay, but it's kind of boring. Jonah's partner Gary Downey absolutely adored Mum. Jodie tells Doctor Who magazine. Around the time she did Doctor Who, my sister Tracy and I were performing at the Players Theatre in London, and John and Gary, and Mum invited John and Gary to the performance. Then John was casting Cinderella. He told Mum he would write a new character, Alice from the Palace, so my sister could be in it too, even if the sisters had to audition. We sang If Mama Was Married from the musical Gypsy, and then John saw our mum as a Mama Rose figure, and he loved the song. That was the start of our friendship. On 5th November 1982, the Kent and Sussex Courier interviewed Bickford about his ambitious plans for the forthcoming pantomime to be staged at the Assembly Rooms, Tunbridge Wells. Okay, there's going to be a BBC Doctor Who science fiction exhibition in the foyer. That's not that impressive, but okay. Booking is being arranged for a charter package for Doctor Who fans from the United States. The same, again, it's a bit opportunistic, but okay. Did you ever see, it's on the season 20, what was it, season 22? Yeah, season 22 Blu-ray set, and also on the DVD, the Two Doctors Blu-ray. Nicola Bryant goes with a bunch of fans to Spain, right? And goes to visit the set and the bits there. It just seemed a bit opportunistic to me. It really did. I don't know why. I felt like I was intruding, right? It sounded like somebody else's vacation. So, okay, fine. This is all reasonably boring. So Dickinson, Davison, Wilson wore pantomime costume. Okay, fine. They did that one. Okay, I understand. Oh God. Okay, and here's turning the lights on. Okay, they're still promoting this thing. Okay. They went on Hearty. Okay, yes. Okay. John Nathan Turner used his position somewhat unscrupulously, right? Somewhat unscrupulously. Fine. Colin Baker, Nicola Bryant totally forced into doing this thing. She got in a lot of trouble when she said she wouldn't do it one year. It was like, I just don't have the energy. I need time to regroup, right? And he just couldn't do it. And then that's why Janet Fielding was in the Jim will fix it thing. I think Nicola's probably been a little bit relieved about that now. Colin Baker as Buttons and Nicola Bryant as Cinderella in the 1984 production of Cinderella, Southampton. Far right, Buttons way Cinder off the ball with Fairy. Oh, there's one with Jacqueline Pierce in it. Fine. Outright, we wore Doctor Who rehearsal time, rehearsing the panel. Yeah, this is. I mean, this is fame, but they did this a lot, and this was like their first year. By the time Colin came on, he was like constantly, right? We should look at the what's the closest thing to pantomime they have a big finish when we're done with this. Of course, this is the only visible to the audience opening on Cinderella on 23rd of December. God, you got to work then. Doctor Who fan Stephen Broom was in the audience, having already attended a book signing, turning lights. I remember the TARDIS being outside the Assembly Hall at the theatre. He told us it was a big success. Davison sang, danced, and cracked jokes, and threw chocolate buttons and hard-boiled eggs at the audience. Okay, they're big into that. Okay, but they're saying the same thing over and over again. Jacqueline Pierce, is it? Fine. Are we back to? I was very pleased with what John did. Bickford told Richard Marsden, because he was a very inventive. Look, he was inventive. That thing. This was just the sort of thing designed for him. Okay, so initially I remember him saying, I'd rather have Christmas off, Baker told Richard Marsden, but John was very insistent. At the end, he replied to his roles, Baron was very insistent. In the same frock coat and orange check Baron Harden. I think shot on orange check trousers before, but now with a beard and moustache he wore as a master. There was more Doctor Who actors, Nicola Bryant as Cinderella, Mary Tam as Prince Charming, looking very hot, I have to say, in those thigh slapping tights. Jackie Pierce came in as Miss Riel. Jackie Pierce, I really, I heard a bit of her interview on Big Finish. Call Me Jax. She's really interesting, right? A really fascinating person. Very classy, very classy and very down to earth at the same time. Again, really genuinely interesting. Something else I'll recommend from Big Finish like that is Katie Manning's solo thing called Not a Well Woman. That's really good. Well, we'll look at that in a second. Again, rehearsals overlap with Doctor Who, this time on Time Lash. Well, again, not that you miss much. I thought BBC John must have cleared it. No. John hadn't allowed me to even consider the part in the 85 drama Tender as a Night. At the same time, Nicola Bryant tells TWM, "You're committed to the show," he told her. But I had to do pantomime, she admits. Found it grueling. I studied tap dancing, but where you don't move your upper body, which meant it looked effortless. Cinderella was sling your arms around and very different style. Gary Downey was the taskmaster. Everybody hated Gary Downey, right? While doing Doctor Who, I was desperately practicing routines. So I drummed. It was drummed in my head. I can still remember the moves. Nicola Bryant, she's a very much wants to please people. I just do what she's told, right? That's just her default thing. And boy, I think she's got some of the stuff she's spoken about. It's just shocking. Like, how many times, like she says, I'm in my, was it 60s or 70s, and people are still hitting on me. Like, enough already. Nicola, you're very sexy, darling. What do you want me to tell you? You've always had this very both sexy and innocent kind of quality at the same time, which is weird, right? Where we're up to, there was been less publicity for the Tunbridge Wells production. 10-year-old Andrew Ledger was a member of Doctor Who Appreciation Society and read about it in Deepland, but had no idea there was a Doctor Who pantomime on his doorstep until he saw posters outside. Then Mum came clean and told me she had tickets that very night. Oh, I love memories like that. See, that's Christmas for you. We sat in the stalls and we had we felt a long way from there, but Colin Baker was great as Buttons. A VHS recording by Gary Downey shows a very childlike Baker performance, very different from his version of the Doctor. They wrote Colin McCoy into it as well. Oh, poor guy. Probably Bonnie Langford. How was it finishing from? Very different from his Doctor. Though this only had the idea. Yes, I had only had an idea. I had his debut story, 200 Lemons, to compare it to, says Andy. So I didn't get to go to the stage door afterwards, but I wrote to the cast and sent my programs line, and they sent it back with postcards of the. Johnny Stone was great at that, right? I won a competition on a radio, I think BBC Radio 4, some radio thing they were doing, where I won his book, The TARDIS, Doctor Who Inside Out, TARDIS Inside Out. It was just beautiful Andrew Skilleter illustrations, and he signed it to. It wasn't supposed to be signed. He signed it anyway. He's very good at managing that. He was good at dealing with people charmingly, individually, right? He would always make sure people had a good experience, or did his best to make sure they had a good experience. I think that's part of his nature, quite frankly. A new series Doctor Who began on the 5th with Baker appearing on Saturday Superstore. Yeah, I've seen that clip where they're all like exhausted. We'd be up at 5 and do our hair and makeup before filming, says Nicola. Then we'll be out in the cold of the snow all day. Then we'll be on stage in the evening, then back at the hotel by midnight or 1, and then filming next day. It sounds awful. It does sound awful. Colin and I sort of had a competition with the crew. If anyone yawned, we were on them. We couldn't be ill. There was no one to cover for us. It was lunacy. It was lunacy. Even so, she had fond memories of the Panto. It's part of the magical time of my life. I couldn't have done it with anybody else but Colin. We were a good team. They should, Big Finish should do a Panto CD. They really should. I knew Mary Tam from conventions, but I became quite good friends with her and Jack doing the show. Plus, I remember the gasp of the audience each night as I emerged from the trapdoor in my finery, ready to go to the ball. It was exhilarating, but fun. Yeah, look, people look nice. After Cinderella, Jodie Wilson went on for a successful career on stage. In '86, she started off as a Cliff Richard in Time, a space fiction, a science fiction musical. I never heard of it. That seems to have owed a debt to Doctor Who with some characters called the Time Lord of Caroline. Okay. John Nathan Turner. They were in Delta and the Bad One. That's interesting. That was going back to the 1950s. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I guess that's her today. Yeah, Jodie Brooke Wilson. Okay, fine. That's not a bad article, right? Let's have a quick look at this. Share screen. We have a couple of things to look through. We'll do Chrome tab. Where is it? Yeah, this is a quick guide to Doctor Who stars in Panto. So we had what is this? Share, check. So we have William Hartnell did Puss in Boots, but it was also it was something right after Doctor Who, where he gave a very tetchy interview. Right, can't remember what it was. What was the character? But I can't remember. Oh, they don't say the character. Pertwee was in Cinderella, Aladdin, Jack and the Beanstalk. Super Ted and the Panto. Okay. Dick Whittington and Aladdin. I bet that was fun. Tom Baker was in Treasure Island and Treasure Island is not really a Panto. Although his Big Finish Treasure Island is really excellent. The Sleeping Beauty. Cinderella. Dave was in Cinderella. And then we got Colin Baker. Still big. Well, Colin Baker does a few. The last one, and then Sylvester did Snow White. Daleks have been in 2. John Barrowman. Click here. I bet there's a lot. So let's see what John Barrowman's been in. Bird of Crew has been in a few. John Barrowman. So John Barrowman. Oh no, a couple of years they have no Panto. The Wicked Queen and Snow White, the Seven Dwarfs. I would love to see these. Honestly, I think he's such a natural for Panto. I love John Barrowman. I really do. I think he's great. Fine, let's see if this thing is worth looking at. Before we wrap this up, we'll look at Big Finish on Panto. Is there anything here we need to look at? No, fine, let's go over to here. I'm looking for the right screen. Too many things open. That's me. Too many things on the go. Too many plates are spinning. Here we go. Over here we go. Big Finish. Boink. We got to look at the stage play, the stage show one. Oh man, that's so slow. Oh, here it comes. The stage plays. Please. Okay, it's giving me the 7 keys to doomsday. So, but I bet I can go to the stage place. There we go. Let me share the screen. Share screen. Well, you got this one, yeah. So this is very Panto-esque. Do we have a video for this? So this I saw with John Pertwee, not Colin Baker. One time, David Banks played the Doctor. Shall we have a listen to the trailer?
Doctor Who, the ultimate adventure.
Those flying things, they're coming back.
Cybermen, forward.
Too late, are we? We'll see about that.
Take the prisoner to the high security area.
And when you left the pain within me.
Yes, this is exactly what it's like. Yes.
There's been an interruption to your career, but we've got more important things to worry about, like the survival of the planet. Fortunately, I speak their language.
As we're thinking, you can just kind of imagine it on stage. I wish they did the Andrew Cartmel and Ben Aronovich did the first pass of this.
What are your plans for the Doctor? You do not need to know. The Doctor is our enemy. He must be destroyed. The Doctor must be brought to us alive.
If you need me, you just got to call my name and I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. So, for me, it actually just brings a smile to my face.
Sheep appearing and disappearing, and giant silver things. People killed. Am I going crazy or what?
Where is the human?
And they actually did a sequel to it as well. I'll see if I can find that.
Business is business. Take him away.
You will bring the prisoner. Human weapons do not affect.
I mean, the trouble is though, the cyber voices and the Dalek voices are a lot more accurate than they were on stage, I'm sure.
Gradually, they replace their limbs, their organs, even their brains with cybernetic devices.
This time, the Doctor is part of our plans. Once he has served his purpose,
Why haven't they not done a Panto Doctor Who yet? I mean, that honestly, that's crazy. That would it sell? Who knows?
he will pay the penalty for his crimes. The Doctor will be exterminated. Exterminated. Exterminated.
I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, pretty much. But again, I'm surprised they haven't done a Doctor Who. And then they did there's Noel Sullivan, the one in the sequel. Beyond the Ultimate Adventure. Is this a musical one as well? God, $9.70 for this. It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? It's yeah, $9.70. I think it's that the price of them in general have all gone up. What's the other thing I wanted to look at? There is no. I'm just what else is a good? I was going to. Not a Well Woman. But yeah, this one's really nice. Oh, for $3.63. This is written and starring Katie Manning. It's not bad though, but this is her one-woman show. It's really good. Like it's really, really, really good. If you want to go for Panto, the Scorches. This is a good. You know what? I should put this in my top 10. Scorches is Joe Grant is invaded by these has to contend with these aliens that are essentially big Muppets. It's a really fun one. I really do enjoy this one. This was early on in my countdown. I love the Iris Wildthyme and the Claws of Santa. Let me find that one. Iris, where is it? Why is everything so hard to find? There we go. This one. I'm really enjoying. For 363, man, this is fun. This is so fun. Iris Wildthyme is a time lady who says that most of the Doctor's stories are sort of ripped off from his. She does like kind of boozy, naughty versions of the Doctor's story. And she had TARDIS is bigger, is a London bus that's smaller on the inside. And her companion is a somewhat pompous panda, small panda, who has been stolen at the beginning of this one. And she's on a bit of a drinking spree. And the number one toy that Christmas is a model of panda. Have a quick listen. This is so much fun.
Never let a woman come between you and your work. I tell you, there was this one woman, this amazing, brilliant woman. There is a bag of robins.
Oh.
My name is Iris.
1 second. We are getting breaking news. Let's go over this breaking news. 1 second. I think we're about to see Twitty in costume. Shooting from Twitter. Oh, yes! Shooty sighting! At last! Here we go. Share screen. And here we have the new Doctor. Interesting look. Here is with Millie. Millie looks better. Okay. I have to. It doesn't seem as iconic as Tom Baker's. I'll be frank. But finally, a shooty sighting. This. You know what? Now I just want to see more. Right? I just want to see more. That's my problem. I just want to see more at this point. Tegan on set for the two Doctors. That might be better. What do you think? Let me know. It's okay, right? That is the my take on it. It's okay. 1 second. I just got to thank the person who sent this to me. 1 second, dude. Thank you. Talking about it now. Doink. There you go. So fine. So so we must be getting location filming tomorrow then, do you think? Right? It's honestly, it looks like I would watch this Doctor Who. I mean, yeah. It looks cool. It looks cool. It doesn't look. I mean, it doesn't look better. Here's what I like about it. Right? It's better than Jodie's in that it looks like something that people would wear. Right? It looks like something that that somebody would wear. It doesn't look that like it stands out too much. It doesn't look too silly. Right? Oh, look at that bear. Like and share, baby. 1 second. The new Doctor Who. Yeah. There's not much to go on, is there? Though there's not much to go on. It's a naturalistic costume. Doesn't really stand out. Would I like to see him with a bunch of unit troopers fending off some Cybermen? Yes. Yeah. I mean, okay. Now can we see some Doctor Who action, please? That would be nice. Let's see what everyone's reaction to it is. This is cool getting breaking news. Like we're seeing the reaction as it goes on. Okay, Slobs and Gallifreyan. Not expected, but I like it. Yeah. Cool. Welcome to the TARDIS. Yes, I agree with you. What was it? A generally brilliant costume. I wouldn't say it's genuinely brilliant. It's okay, right? It's okay. More. Okay, I don't want to see anything else about the old era. The official costumes. This looks genuinely brilliant. I wouldn't. Look, people. It's nice that people are on board with it. Okay, orange is my fave. Love them both wearing jumpers. They're both wearing jumpers. Well, I guess it's cold out. Can't wait. OMG. Okay, thanks, Steph. Don't you have a John Barrington go and spit on that? Doc's outfit is such a good look on him. Oh, look, he's a good-looking guy. If this is the Doctor's outfit, I can get used to it. Simple and elegant. Yes. Okay, Matthew, Alexander. That's why I get. That's why I agree with you. Simple and elegant. Yeah. Yes. Okay, people are like that. My Doctor. Okay, you're being a little bit much. Interesting design. Yeah. It looks like we like it, right? Amazing. No, that looks terrible. I wouldn't say terrible either. I mean, it's truly love these new outfits. No, I'm fighting back tears, man. Really? Okay, well, why? Again, I'm not negative these costumes at all. Yeah, let me see if we can zoom into them so we see them in more detail. We've got download. Doink. I'll go over here. Okay, so let me stop this screen. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, and then we'll look at the chat about this. Share screen. Okay, so let's zoom in a bit. Also, I kind of like it's got an urban contemporary background. What's he wearing on his what's these necklaces? That's interesting. There's got to be some kind of story behind that. What's going on with that? I wonder. Look, Shooty, I do like you as Doctor Who, mate. I'm very excited for you. Right? He looks authoritative, which I like. I like the shoes. They're nice shoes, but he looks like he can run. He looks authoritative. The shoes are a really nice touch, actually. They look something like a time traveler would wear. Kind of. Look. This looks like something the Doctor would wear. I would believe in all of that. Looks very charming. I like that it's a knee-length coat. Billy just looks like a normal, 18-year-old, right? Which I think is probably what they're going for. I will stop perving on her once I see her. Oh man, she's got nice legs though. I want to see them both running. I think this means we're going to see location filming tomorrow, right? We're going to see location filming tomorrow. Has anyone told no yet? Yeah, I'll do it right now. 1 second. One second, I'll do it right now. Doink. Tell Dan. I'll send the pictures to him as well. Now I'll do the same thing to Noel. Okay. And no. Problem being's just sending to me right now as well. 1 second. Look at that. Isn't it fun having real breaking news that you have to talk about? 1 second. Let me just reply. Can't be polite. Talking about it right now. So yeah, we're seeing location filming tomorrow. That's my guess, right? That's 100% my guess. We're seeing location filming tomorrow. Let's see what everyone's got to say. Let's go back. I want to see a Sonic. I bet you say it's all the boys. Let's go back. Looks fine. Okay, kind of boring. Brown. Brown. Look, it's very Halloweeny, right? Very. I'm happy, says Tar this time. Did you see the movie? It was. He looks good. He does look good. I think the shirt should be blue or white. Maybe it changes colors. Right? That could be. That'd be fun. I like the shoes. The shoes look really nice, says Todd. I agree with you. Well, it's not a rainbow. That's true. Thank God. Not a rainbow. Right? Thank God. Hashtag better than Jody. Really, do I have to say it? I mean, quite obviously better than Jody. I just got another update coming. Let's see what this is. Okay. Oh, fine. There we go. Twitter video download. We've got to download this. And then we'll share it. It's all coming out now. Oh. Okay. You're gonna watch this with me live, okay? Here we go. Let's download this.
Is everyone ready?
Save video as Billy01. Doink. Fine. Is anything else coming in? Let's. Okay, fine. Okay, is this thing download? 30 seconds to download. Wow, there is a lot going down tonight. Okay, there's location filming happening tomorrow. Clearly. 40. Oh man, it's taking long to download. Now it's going up into like 37 meg. Come on. Let's look at the costumes more. It's going down again now. I really want to watch this. Anything better than what Jodie was wearing? That's true. I mean, it doesn't look like a Fate outfit. Like a professor, says Tardis. I agree. Yeah, like a cool professor. This is fine. This is fine is what everybody's saying, right? Can't wait to see the variant colors. I agree with you, PD Rich. Yes, I totally agree with you. Fine. It's a Pinto, right? But so is Eklund. So I think it's going back to reboot playbook, perhaps with Rosemark 2. That's definitely the vibe I get there, Dr. Alex. Definitely. By the way, Christmas special is happening on Dr. Alex's channel. Every go and sub over there. I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll be cool. You had a fun one last year. Was it last year or the year before? Jack, fine. Let's have a look. We have a new breaking news. Video file.
Is the world ready? Because I'm about.
I'm not.
Seated. Are you sat? I'm about to introduce Ruby Sunday to you all. Get ready. Get ready.
Okay, she's hot.
She is. Go on, the girl.
The wind really worked with that.
Isn't it? Listen. Windswept and interesting. She's cute. She's cute.
Ready?
Okay, Ruby Sunday's hot. Okay, Ruby Sunday's hot. What do you want to tell it? Yes, she is.
Oh, you blended in with the vibe. Oh yeah. This is the doctor's look for.
Some rings.
Oh, gorgeous.
No tattoos.
Over and out.
Start filming.
Okay, number 4, thanks. Their report, which is very good, right? Let's watch that again. The report is excellent.
Is everyone ready? Is the world ready? Because I'm about.
No.
Seated. Are you sat? I'm about to introduce Ruby Sunday to you all. Get ready. Get ready.
She's
She
just next to
is.
me. What's
Go
going on
on.
with me? She's super sexy. I don't want to tell you. Christ, I know she's 18. Okay.
The girl.
The wind really worked with that.
Isn't it?
Oh.
Listen. Kind of windswept and interesting. She's cute.
Okay. She's got they got her right on the borderline of being a normal 18-year-old girl and certainly something that young men could steal in the spank bank. Okay, she's going to be paired. She's going to be paired, if only by me, but I think for a much bigger generation than Nicola Bryant. Oh my God. Okay, I hope she gets better acting gigs out of this. I think she will, right? But yeah, look, she is super sexy. They got the makeup really subtle, so it's like she's sexy, but you can't really see it, right? And also just the way she moves. It's kind of the pair of them are kind of sexy.
She's cute.
Ready? Oh, you blending in with the vibe. Oh yeah. This is the doctor's look for.
Some rings.
Oh, gorgeous.
Gallifreyan.
Gorgeous.
No tattoos.
Over and out.
Start filming.
Okay, now let's see if I can get a better look at those rings. Okay, I work hard for you, my people. There we go. Remove. So where's that video clip? I'm going to.
Is everyone ready?
I'm playing it on my here. 1 second. I see much more clearer here. He's got a sort of tattoo on his finger as well. Hang on. Okay, let me get a screen grab. So it looks like he's got a tattoo on two of his fingernails. It's really weird. Yeah, I'll show you in a second. Okay. Oh, so there's going to be a ton of footage by tomorrow. All right, an absolute ton. I can't wait. When do they film it? When do they do all this? Here we go. Really interesting stuff going on his fingers. Yeah, 1 second. Let's capture that, and then we'll look at both of them. This is really fascinating. Doink. Top. Fine. Share screen. So we started with this hand, right? Now, zoom in a little bit, see what we can see. Oh, these all just look like normative rings, okay? But yeah, look at his fingers. He's got these weird markings on his fingernails. Wonder what that's about. I like he's got some bling on, right? I think that actually gives his doc some personalities from scratch. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. Again, markings on his that's definitely Gallifreyan, right? On his fingers. Right? Definitely yeah. Fascinating. Okay, look, dude. I think they look good together. They're a sexy doctor and companion duo. I think they're probably the sexiest doctor companion duo ever. And again,
Ready? Is the world ready? Because I'm about
Seated. Are you sat? I'm about to introduce Ruby Sunday to you all. Get ready. Get ready. Here she is. Go on, the girl.
The wind really worked with that.
Isn't it? Listen. Kind of windswept and interesting. She's cute. She's cute.
Yeah, I love that there's going to be girls that it's finally, girls are going to want to be actually have a role model again, right? After the dearth of role models they've had for a long time.
Oh, you blending in with the vibe.
transport this morning.
Oh yeah. This is the doctor's the look for.
Look, got some rings.
Oh, gorgeous.
Some Gallifreyan.
Gorgeous.
No tattoos.
Over and out.
Start filming.
Tomorrow. Go back to the Twits and see what more live reaction. I love getting a live story going, right? I mean, isn't that cool? I feel like a real channel. There we go. Share screen. It's a Chrome tab. Twat. What are the people saying? Again, Millie, can you stop looking so bloody hot, darling? He's got Gallifreyan nail art. I'm also loving Shooting Miller's chemistry. I agree. Season 14 is going to be a blast. I agree with you. So this is the official costumes. This will do nicely. Someone locate the clothing. The cosplayers have started. Yes, this is actually easy to cosplay as well. You can source all of this stuff, right? That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. You know what? This is an easy thing to emulate. Oh God, look how naturally charming he is. Okay, he just is. If I had a coat in that will fit me in that style, I will totally get it. I like that look. I think it's cool. There's got the chemistry. They look great together. I agree. Everyone's very optimistic. I love it so much. All I can think of this first. Situation requires more tweeds. That's funny. You can't have too much tweed. Oh, more. Oh yeah, it's a picture now. That's a nice screen grab. That is a nice screen grab. Yeah, I guess this is going to this is going to be a video tomorrow morning. Fine. I guess I got my. There's going to be I guess there's going to be a lot tomorrow. I might, and if there's a lot of stuff to go over, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow evening, and then we'll to go over it. Yeah, look, everyone's very happy. Okay, I'm sold. Gorgeous. Yes. You know what? It's nice that all of fandom are bloody agreeing for once, right? For once, we're all like, okay. I wouldn't say it's art. If it's not going to be like, you're saying it like it's a bad thing. Grammar is free. I don't understand how this connects, but okay. These look amazing. They do look good. I think. I don't know. I think I'm optimistic about this. I think it's going to be very good. Right, I do think it's going to be very good. I'm actually tempted to do a live stream tomorrow night anyway, because I didn't do the Henry Cavill stuff. But again, this is really the breaking news. Okay, Millie, will you stop looking up and hot, darling? Really? Okay, I'm only made of flesh and bloody blood. I understand you're just larking about, but boy, do you look hot, darling. Right, let me see if there's any new updates. No, but fantastic bit of new news. New news that I'm excited about. Right, genuinely excited about. I think everything I've seen about this production looks like it's going to be very, very good. Right, everything I've seen looks like it's going to be fantastic. Fine. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Get problem being. I was just going to move on, but let's get problem beings taking it. It's a nice coat to wear. It's a bit safe. Yes, bit safe, bit boring, but it's better than Joda's. Not keen on the short orange jumper. Looks like he'll ride up with wear, sir. If he stretches. Was it out it away shooting? Okay. Put it away, shooting. No, I think he wants these. I don't think it's going to hurt that his abs get shown quite regularly. Fine, I'm going to wrap up, but before and let's go and do a quick round of rounding and bounding in comics. Right, I think we've nicely covered this one. 1 second, bounding into comics. Okay. David Enke is here. Tzvi! How you doing, David Enke? Thank you for joining us. David Enke, they just announced the new Doctor Who released the new pictures. Now I feel bad. Fine, I'll show you quickly. There you go. Thus, the new Doctor Who. Yeah, I think it's good. It's good. Fine. Bounding into comics. Doink. So look what's been going on. Jack Dorsey tries to save face after Musk's revelation. Listen, I in all fairness to Dorsey, A, he's a massive douchebag, and B, the FBI came and told him to do all this. But they didn't need much convincing, did they? But boy, is Elon Musk going hard. Black Widow side, Scarlett Johansson, she was groomed to be a bombshell type actor. Well, we all know that. Well, how did you not know that, Scarlett? We all knew that, right? Did you not see The Island? Yeah, and you would have been good at it. Yeah, okay. I don't understand. How is this a revelation? No, we liked you for your talent, not your insanely good body. Really? Don't get me wrong, you're talented, but boy, put that in an ugly package, nobody gives a shit. Have you seen you in Iron Man 2 as Black Widow? I mean, God, I had to grab my armrest. I nearly came watching you. I'm sorry. Yes, that's the case. Alleged Star Wars Toy Insider claims Baby Yoda sales in decline. Star Wars merchandise no longer considered cream of the crop. Well, they said they had the same headline a year ago, right? Jane Cameron says pregnant woman being shown as hunters and warriors in Avatar, the werewolves, a step toward female empowerment. Oh, shut up. Yeah, okay. I don't want to see this movie, okay? DC reportedly encouraging creators to protest Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter by moving to Hive. Go wherever you want. You're not going anywhere. You're all addicted. Dumb cucks. Henry Cavill now moving to the Warhammer cinematic universe. Listen, with that chin, baby, you could be a good Judge Dredd. That's all I'm saying. New Ashoka rumor claims the show will feature multiple possible outcomes of Ashoka's life, including fighting Darth Vader on Mustafar instead. I like that idea. Okay, I like that idea. I think that's very cool. Warner Brothers allegedly directing DC Comics to sue comic creator Chris Wozniak for writing unauthorized Batman story. What was the unauthorized? What? A month ago, we reported comic creator Chris Wozniak was taking legal action against Warner Brothers for sending the Batman story in 1990. 1990 for a short final bout story of the Dark Knight. Like the film, in Wozniak's treatment, he would battle the Riddler in a game of that's not so innovative. That's one of the many parallels. Okay, fine, whatever. Batman Gate video. Now, as Christmas posted his update in the Chronicle, DC has urged Warner Brothers to sue him back for writing an unauthorized Batman story. Okay, what's the unauthorized Batman story? What was this unauthorized Batman story? DC is suing freelancer for Batman story 32 years ago. He explains that they know he pitched numerous times and sent it to producer Michael Aslan. So their ploy was to take legal action to control a 32-year-old story. In Wozniak's book, this is a outright admission of guilt. Okay. They're suing him because he pitched an idea. Well, listen. Look, courts are so corrupt. Anybody could happen. Anything could happen, really. I guess. James Gunn claims the reason Cavill is out Superman because he's a different age. Yeah, again, I have to hear what James Gunn's plans are before I'm going to start trashing them. Right? I mean, that's basically the bottom line. I guess if they're crap, they're crap. This doesn't look good. I got to hear the plans before I can trash them. Amazon had a Tomb Raider game. Okay, don't care. What about Cavill as the Master or even the 16th Doctor? I think he's too good looking. James Bond, obviously, he'll be great as that. Harry Potter novelist J.K. Rowling admits book sales went up after she renounced reference being cancelled. Lapoon safe spaces. Yes, fine. I think I covered all these stories already. Yeah, I honestly, again, we have to see what the plan is. And they say they're offering him a different role. I don't know. I don't think it's about it. Fine. Let's wrap up. Let's have another look at Shooty and Millie. We'll look at the video again. There we go.
About
Seated. Are you sat? I'm about to introduce Ruby Sunday to you all. Get ready. Get ready. Here she is. Go on, the girl. Isn't it? Listen.
Here's the thing. She's making fun of being sexy while actually being very sexy.
She's cute.
She's cute. Ready? Oh, you blending in with the vibe. Oh yeah. This is the doctor's the look for.
Got some rings.
Oh, gorgeous.
No tattoo.
Yeah, that is the screen grab right there. Yeah, that's for the thumbnail. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff here actually.
Over and out.
Start filming.
Yeah, so I depending what happens tomorrow, very likely we'll get a live stream, right? If we get lots of location footage, very likely we'll get a live stream. And if we do, hey, have a quick look at him. I'm just in the mood for pumpkin spice now. That's basically where I am. Yeah, it's a little bit pumpkin spicy. So there's this article I really need to go over, which I've been really meaning to go over, from Doctor Who magazine. Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Which is a review of the action figures this year. Which I stopped collecting the action figures basically when they went to the smaller scale, right? But there's here. Let's share screen. Where is it? Doink. So, like, I stopped collecting the Capaldi ones. So I see some of them sometimes. But yeah, I think we should really go through what they've been doing this year. I know that there is a big constituency of things. So there, if I do a catch up with that tomorrow, that might happen. If not, that's going to be on the Tuesday stream. Fine. With that, I'm going to say yes. We have a new Doctor Who. It's very exciting. Breaking news on the channel as it happens. I'm very happy with that. The Rabbi, same as the Rabbi regarding figures, indeed. I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again.